believe that How to Train Your Dragon evolved from a modestly anticipated DreamWorks animated film into a sprawling, multifaceted franchise and becoming a key strategic asset for Universal Pictures. The journey of this British American franchise is a fascinating tale of unexpected success, remarkable growth, and long lasting cultural impact. What began in 2010 as an adaptation of a beloved children's book from Britain transformed into one of the most cherished animated trilogies of the decade, spawning numerous sequels, spin offs, and short films, as well as merchandising and even now theme park attractions. Today, How to Train Your Dragon stands as a valuable cornerstone to Universal's entertainment portfolio. Join us as we take a trip through Burke and learn more about How to Train Your Dragon. When How to Train Your Dragon first hit theaters in March 2010, expectations were cautiously optimistic but not overwhelming. DreamWorks Animation had a solid track record, but the film was based off a relatively niche book series and featured Vikings in a world of dragons rather than the more traditional fairy tale elements that had brought DreamWorks success in the past, like that of Shrek. Directed by Chris Saunders and Dean DeBlois, the story followed Hiccup, a young Viking misfit who befriends a rare night fury dragon named Toothless. This heartfelt, coming-to-age narrative, blending stunning visuals and emotional depth, quickly resonated with audiences and critics alike. The film would gross nearly $500 million worldwide, far exceeding expectations, and would earn them an Academy Award nomination for Best Animated Feature. The success established the franchise and showed the world that DreamWorks Pictures still could make hit movies. DreamWorks would waste no time capitalizing on this franchise. In 2014, the sequel, How to Train Your Dragon 2, continued Hiccup's journey 5 years later, exploring themes of leadership, family, and coexistence. It retained the original voice cast and added new stars as well. It raised the stakes dramatically. This sequel was not only matched in terms of the box office as the first one, but it deepened in the narrative and complexity of the characters even further. The final chapter of the animated trio would come with How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World in 2019. This would close the trilogy, but gave new life to the characters. The film marked a major turning point as it became DreamWorks Animation's first release under Universal Pictures, following their 2016 acquisition of DreamWorks Animation. Shifting the franchise into Universal's hands, the film garnered critical acclaim and continued the trend of strong box office returns, solidifying to the world that How to Train Your Dragon was not just a one or two hit wonder. It had legs, and under Universal, they could see the value of expanding this franchise even further. In parallel to the films, multiple television series would keep the franchise alive for even longer. Starting with DreamWorks Dragons from 2012 to 2018, the TV show expanded the lore, allowing fans to dive deeper into the world of Hiccup and Toothless. Later series like Dragons Rescue Riders in 2019 and Dragons The Nine Realms in 2021 introduced new fans to the world of How to Train Your Dragon. Universal wanted this to succeed. After their acquisition of DreamWorks, there'd be a lot of questions about what would happen to the beloved DreamWorks characters, and Universal could see that they had value. Universal always wanted to compete with Disney. They always wanted to be on the same ground and had a large character library already, but the acquisition of DreamWorks took them to the next level. It allowed them to open more doors with the Minions under the Illumination Studios that Universal had created, and now with DreamWorks, with Trolls, Shrek, and How to Train Your Dragon, it created new value for DreamWorks and Universal in a partnership that would exceed all expectations. Universal's acquisition of DreamWorks Animation in 2016 was a strategic move to bolster their portfolio against the competitors like Disney and Warner Brothers. While Universal inherited a slate of truly incredible properties, How to Train Your Dragon emerged as an unexpected anchor, and that's what made it so valuable for them. They wanted ways to implement these characters into their worlds, not just television, not just movies, not just future live adaptations. They wanted to see how they could utilize this franchise for future. And that would be the announcements of the live action remakes from 2025 to 2027 that would mark new chapters and new stories for the characters, bringing to life the franchise in new ways and creating a brand new involvement from the Universal franchise. But not only that, one of the most fascinating ways they would utilize the characters would be through Epic Universe. The Isle of Berk is now a land at Universal's newest theme park in Orlando, and it's been jaw dropping. Fans of all ages have said Isle of Berk has become their favorite area of the new Universal franchise. If you watch any vlogs or read any blogs about the new theme park, it's truly incredible to see the character interactions and just the storytelling of the land. How to Train Your Dragon, even though it doesn't have the same appeal as that of Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck, has created a fan base that's truly incredible. Universal found an anchor. They found their characters that's built a cultural phenomenon in not only just the theme park industry, but also now in live adaptations of the film and through their cartoons. How to Train Your Dragons become more than just a movie trilogy and TV series. It's become a beloved franchise that's inspired merchandise, books, and much more. Looking forward into the future, it seems How to Train Your Dragon will continue to be a full-fledged Universal property that they will continue to leverage. With it being in the theme parks, we can expect more movies, more spin-offs, and more How to Train Your Dragon in the future. My expectation is that they will continue to grow and evolve the characters even further. What are your thoughts? We'd love to hear from all of you in the comments below. Have you seen the brand new How to Train Your Dragon? What have been your thoughts? Have you visited Isle of Berk at the newest Universal theme park? We want to hear from all of you. Thank you so much for watching Believable Truths.